Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and this is week 10 of my doing 100 weeks of YouTube videos and um, 100 weeks of YouTube videos and focusing on living a healthy, happy life. Yes. I'm trying to be consistent with what I'm calling my videos right now, and I'm so not. Anyway, week 10. It's been an interesting week. It's been a long week. It's been a week. I I feel like I should have done a lot more this week and I did not, but I did do some things and I feel pretty good about that. And um, anyway, I will go through my little weekly update. So I try to just say what I did for the week, focus on my goals and where I'm at and what progress I'm making or what steps back I'm taking. So um, socially, um, socially, I um, socially, that's a good one. Socially, I I don't remember. I do know that I got a migraine on Saturday, and so I did not go to the temple like I normally do, and I did not go to church on Sunday like I normally do because I had a migraine. So I did not do that. Although Saturday I did reach out to my shift coordinator to let her know, and I did text quite a few people to see if someone could cover my shift, and I think someone covered my shift, but I'm not really sure because my shift coordinator texted me back and told me not to worry about getting a sub, but I'd already texted a bunch of people about getting a sub, and when I looked at the thing later, it said that I had a sub, so I was like, okay, cool. So I don't even know if sub showed up for me on Saturday for my shift at the temple or not, but I tried in spite of having a headache, migraine. Don't know why I woke up with one of those. That was just kind of a crazy whatever for the week. I also I um I don't remember what I did the rest of the week. I know I was house sitting for my parents, so I spent the week at their house. So that was just kind of different. So I kind of was back and forth between my house and their house and things like that for the week. So that was kind of interesting. And Thursday, my sponsor friend ended up in the hospital, so her roommate contacted me. So I ended up spending some time with her at the hospital. So that was kind of a social, emotional thing. Not necessarily a healthy emotional thing, but it was an emotional thing. So I kind of was forced into communicating with a bunch of people, even though I wasn't quite expecting that. I also know I was at the temple Tuesday to clean. I like doing that. So there was something I did. But like I said, my brain, I don't know where my brain went. It's like, oh, this week happened and I don't remember it. I do remember other things. Emotionally, I think I did a lot better at writing in my journal. I was at my parents' house. I spent the week there. I wrote in my journal like every night that I was there, which I think is fantastic. I did not. I wrote in my journal Friday night, and then I think Saturday I did not, and Sunday I did not because I had my migraine. But I did the other days, so I'm like at least 5 days I wrote in my journal. So I was proud of me for that, and I was reading my scriptures and meditation. It was all of 5 of those days too, so I was doing pretty good emotionally. I think doing that and doing some journaling. So I was just proud of myself for doing that for the whole week. So at least there was something I was getting done every week. Besides playing with the dog, I don't know how social that is, playing with the dog, because I was babysitting the dog and taking him outside and throwing the ball and everything else like that, and freaking him out when I didn't come home Tuesday night or whatever. He's like, it's the middle of the night. Where have you been? And I'm like, cleaning the temple. Maybe not hours my parents normally keep, so I had to get up earlier than I normally do, and then I still stayed up as late as I normally do. So most I just got up early and let the dog outside and then went back to bed. But that was kind of an adventure in and of itself. So but I think emotionally it was just kind of nice to have the dog, the reminder that I needed to go outside and I had to play and I had to get off the couch and do stuff. And at one point I think he came over and actually was like nudging me and putting the ball up on the couch where I was sitting, and I was like, I don't want to play right now. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll get up and play. So I think it was good that way. spiritually, like I said, I was reading my scriptures and meditationals. I did a lot of praying Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday because my friend ended up in the hospital, and um, that was just kind of it was hard because it triggered a lot of emotions for me, and I was able to talk to one of my other Al-Anon friends, and that helped a little bit for me. So I contacted some other people Thursday night, Friday, um, just to kind of help me because when you're dealing with a loss or you're dealing with a similar situation, it brings up a lot of things. Because my friend ended up in the hospital, and I thought it was pneumonia, and she was on a ventilator and not breathing, and it was just kind of it was just hard to see her that way. It's hard to see anyone you love in the hospital. So I am really grateful for the love and support of friends and family when all of that was going on, and also spiritually, I know that God was supporting me and boosting me up through that. And some of my sponsor friends, other friends, and even family were telling me that I was just calm, and they were grateful for my calm voice and voice of reason and all of what was going on. I'm like her roommate and her friend from Tucson and stuff, and I was like, okay, this is kind of crazy because I didn't feel like I was very calm, but I responded in a very calm manner. So I know that God was helping me spiritually. So um, that was very good for me, I think. And then physically, like I said, I moved around a lot more because I was playing with the dog all week. So that was a good thing physically. But I didn't walk. I drove to the temple on Tuesday night instead of walking like I normally do. And I drove on Saturday because I had a car. So I'm like, I want to just drive everywhere. Actually, I didn't go to the temple Saturday or church Sunday, but I drove Tuesday to the temple instead of walking like I normally do because it's too far away to walk. But I was playing with the dog all week, so I think physically that was good. On the not so good side, I was eating some foods that weren't the healthiest for me because it's there. Because in my house, I don't buy foods that I can't eat, and I don't make foods that I can't eat. But at my parents' house, there's food that I can't eat, or that I should not eat, I should say. Like the bread, because it has the gluten or the wheat in it that sometimes bothers me. So I know it was kind of upsetting my stomach, but I ate it anyway because it tasted good and it was there and it was convenient, and I was eating a lot of the same foods. So I think Tuesday night I came home and I made some blueberry muffins for myself so that I could have something to snack on and eat over there at their house because otherwise I was like going through their cabinets and like, oh, I want to eat this, and I'm like, oh, it has eggs in it, and I want to eat this, and it has this, stuff that I shouldn't eat in it, and I'm like, I'm gonna eat it anyway, and that's not the best decision. And when I was dealing with the whole my friend thing and going and visiting my friends in the hospital Friday, I was hungry and I needed something to eat, and I stopped at like a Jack in the Box, and I thought getting one of those rice bowls would help me, and then I woke up with a headache on Saturday. I was like, I don't know if it was because of that food or if it was just because of the stress or something. I don't have any idea, but it was just kind of like, yeah, my body doesn't like when I don't eat healthy foods. And then, of course, when I stood on my scale, I actually gained a couple of pounds, and I was not very happy because I went back up to like 153 or something like that, or was it 154? Let me look at my stupid. Oh, yeah, it was 254.4, and I was like, what? Because I weighed myself on Saturday instead of Friday because I was at my parents' house, and I was like, not happy about the fact that I put weight on. I'm like, I tried so hard to get it off, but then it's just amazing how quickly it came back on again. And I was like, that's so not nice. I don't appreciate this. So it helps if I eat better foods and not eat the junk food because my body doesn't like it. But it is kind of that learning thing for me to realize that, yes, I know my body doesn't like certain foods, but yes, sometimes when I'm emotional or desperate, I'm just like, I'm just gonna eat it because I'm just lazy, I'm emotional, I'm hungry, and food is there and it tastes good, but my body doesn't like it going down, and I don't feel so good afterwards. And so I am learning that it is better to say no. So but it's kind of an interesting compare and contrast because I used to eat foods like that all the time. I didn't realize that it was upsetting my stomach or that it was making me not feel as good or energized as it does. And so now that I've stayed away from that food for so long, and then I kind of try to reintroduce it into my body's like, are you crazy? This ain't happening, honey. So I can see the compare and contrast. So I'm like, yeah, I need to do better with that. So that is physically, that's kind of where I was at for the week. Um, mentally, I don't remember doing much of anything. I'm gonna be. I just did my usual. I kept telling myself I was gonna do more. I did at one point actually go online and did respond to a friend of mine from Utah. She sent me a thing to do a collab on her podcast. I've never done anything like that before, but she sent it to me for my birthday, and she said that it would probably be like August or something because she's totally backed up and doing it. And I'm like, why are you sending it to me then? But I'm like, okay, cool, because I've never done one of those things before. So I filled it out and sent it in, and I haven't heard back, and I don't know if I'll actually end up doing a collab with her or not. So, but that sounded kind of cool. She does some other, what is it she does? It's on my Facebook. I see it all the time and I can't remember. But anyway, another day, another day, another dollar. She's another adopted daughter of my adopted parents. So that's kind of cool. That's how we met and know each other. But she lives in another state, but she just randomly sent me that for my birthday, and I finally just filled out the form. So I thought that was pretty good of me, doing something mentally, just getting myself to do stuff. And I should have wished I was doing some journaling or some writing or some job hunting, which I need to be doing, and I did not do that either. So kind of beating myself up a little too much mentally too. I need to stop doing that. Financially, I didn't really do anything. I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to my finances. I did spend money buying food, like I said, because I just needed something to eat and I wasn't home, or I had food and I was going to visit my friend, and just emotional. So I was emotional eating. I was like, I'm hungry, I'm just gonna eat. What I think is the closest thing to healthy. So I just knew if I went home without going to the hospital, I wouldn't go visit my friend. And it was nice because I talked to another Al-Anon friend, and my Al-Anon friend that starts with J, my Al-Anon friend. Anyway, she met me at the hospital. So we were able to kind of talk and chat, and I was able to eat my dinner and stuff. So it was kind of nice. So to have somebody there with me, and so I didn't have to go by myself. So it was there were some really good parts of this week, and I did really good on some days, and some things not so good this week. So it's kind of been a up and down. Started out really good. Like I said, I think overall it was actually a really good week. I think I did pretty good. I mean, maybe not the best when it comes to eating the food and stuff, but I think better with reading my scriptures and meditationals and journaling, and proud of myself for doing that. And facing and having a lot of triggers and emotional things, but reaching out and making friends and talking to people. And I did really good at making my videos this week, which I also think is an emotional mental thing. So I think that was fantastic for me. So I was like, yay, I had a pretty good week, and I'm really grateful for that. And I'm hoping to kind of do a little bit better and to keep doing more, but one step at a time, baby steps. That's kind of where I'm at for this week. If you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And if you have any comments or suggestions on how to help me do better, that would be fantastic too. Anyway, that's all I have for you. Hope you have a great week full of gratitude, and find ways to live a happy, healthy life too.